Ever since I got my first mirrorless camera, I've always adapted vintage lenses due to their low price and the unique look they often give images. I've tried out a lot of these vintage lenses over the years, but this Minolta Rokkor-X PG 50mm f1.4 has been my favorite ever since I got it. So today let's take a look at why and see how it performs on a modern APS-C digital sensor. Originally, this lens came with my equally beloved Minolta SRT-201. I got the pair at a garage sale for $20, and both look the same as they did the day they left the Minolta factory. This lens was released back in the early 70s, and there wasn't anything particularly special about it when it came out. That said, the build quality by today's standards is stunning. Not only is the aperture ring nice and clicky, but the focus ring is the smoothest I have ever used. Literally, there is not even the slightest hiccup throughout the whole butter-smooth travel of the ring, and each end dead ends in a hard and firm stop. There is no plastic to be seen on this lens, only metal and glass and a little bit of rubber on the grip. It's very easy to adapt lenses like this to a modern mirrorless camera. This 𝙂𝙀 adapter I got on Amazon works perfectly fine. It's pretty much just a ring of metal that sits between the camera body and the lens. Today we'll be testing this on my Fujifilm X-H1, which is a 24 megapixel APS-C mirrorless camera. And while the test might be more telling on a full-frame digital camera, I don't own one, and I don't really have much of a desire to own one, so we'll just be sticking with APS-C. We'll start our tests off with vignetting. Here at f1.4, we've got some pretty heavy vignetting even on this APS-C sensor, and this would be even more pronounced on a full-frame camera. Stopping down a click to f2 eliminates most of the vignetting on APS-C. f2.8 looks even better, and by f4 it's about as good as it's going to get. On then to sharpness. Here at f1.4, the center of the image is less than spectacular, though it's still very detailed. And in the corners, it's more of the same. Things are pretty soft, but they are still very detailed. At f2, the corners see a sizable improvement, and the center is looking pretty good now. And at f2.8, the center here is excellent, and the corners are also looking pretty good. Stopping down to f4 sees a more minor improvement, and it stays about this sharp down to f11, where diffraction begins to soften the image. Overall, this is an excellent performance in my book. f1.4 is good for portraits, and at 2.8 or higher, it's one of the sharpest lenses I own. Lastly, we'll look at distortion. It's hard to tell, but there is a slight bit of barrel distortion here, but it really wouldn't be noticeable in all but the most demanding of situations. Now, some folks don't like that I don't test other areas, like chromatic aberration, for instance, but artifacts like that just don't really bother me personally, unless it's an extreme case, so I don't feel the need to test for them. Overall, this is an impressive performance on an APS-C sensor, and from the times I've used it on my 35mm film camera, I can say these results are pretty close to what you can expect from using it on a full-frame camera. As you can see from those sample photos, its color rendition is fantastic, and its spectacular build quality and tack-sharp image quality past f2.8 will keep it in my bag for years to come. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit like, get subscribed, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And I will see you guys in the next one.